Well, Darren, it's been a roller coaster week, but you're still in it and you still have that chance to really end on a high.
We do, and that's what we wanted to do, take it to the last game of the season. We always knew when the Portsmouth game got rescheduled for the last week of the season that if we could take it to that, then we'd be quite pleased, and we've done it, and we won there. I always felt we were capable we'd get a result, and credit to the players, they put on a really good performance, they stuck to the plan from the first minute to the last, and it was a very good victory, and now we take it to the last day.
Yeah, and I guess the main message is have no regrets. Okay, we know that we need something to happen with Doncaster against Coventry, but if you go out there and do your bit, that's all you can ask.
No, we can't focus on anything else but our own performance and our own result, because if we win 7-0 and Doncaster win, it's irrelevant. So, not that we're going to win 7-0, but you know the point I'm making. We can only focus on what we've got to do and win the game and see what happens.
Yeah, and when it comes to Burton, they're in a situation where they haven't got anything to play for, but they really seem to be playing, or have been playing, with freedom over recent weeks.
No, they're a very good team. They've come up against most of the top teams lately. They beat Luton in the last game. Game I've watched. Very good performance. Be a really tough game for us.
Yeah, and once again, I suppose we were talking about the atmosphere around the Sunderland game and the Portsmouth game. All being well, should be another big crowd and something that you can build from. Yeah,
I mean, look, it's a simple one, really, in the sense that the sort of performance that we're after, and actually, in many ways, the difference between Saturday's performance at Walsall to Portsmouth's performance to Tuesday is a lesson for the players, in the sense that if they don't do the basics right, they're getting beat. So what we've got to do is make sure that we put in that sort of performance, and then if it's not good enough, we hold our hands up. But at least we've had a performance that everyone can say, well, they have had a right go. That's the sort of performance I expect every single time we cross the line, and we let ourselves down in that aspect. But we responded to it really well, really well, and it was a big win for us. But in terms of the running stats, the distances, some players, that's the most they've run all season. So I expect us to be able to do it again Saturday.
Yeah, and when it comes to the nature of the challenge, how is it different playing Portsmouth away to Burton at home? How will that challenge vary?
The challenge in the sense is ourselves, and we've got to make sure we have that determination, desire, and all the basics that go to winning a game of football. The fundamentals of a game of football, how you win it, never changes at any level. You've got to be prepared to run more than the opposition if you can, win more tackles, win more second balls, and they're all the things that we did really well on Tuesday, and we have done. I mean, aside from the Walsall game, we've been doing really well. We've been playing well. We look solid. I thought we were most unfortunate not to make it 4 wins out of 4 at Fleetwood. We took Sunderland all the way, and we've beaten Portsmouth. So in terms of confidence and things like that, there's no reason why we shouldn't have a lot of it. But it's all about your mentality at this stage of the season. Psychologically, this is what this game's all about. That's why psychologically, for us on Tuesday, to get the win we did, changes things. It now puts a lot of pressure on Doncaster, in the sense that they probably thought, well, they'll get beat there and that'll be it, we're in the playoffs. So we've given ourselves a chance, and if I see a similar performance from Tuesday night, the players will have no complaints from me.
Yeah, the psychological side of it is so important, in that you would always rather be in Doncaster's position where it's absolutely in your own hands, but equally the level of pressure and the type of pressure that you placed on them after Tuesday night is quite significant.
Yeah, you would rather be in Doncaster's hands, absolutely. They're clear favourites, they just need to win a game of football. What we've done is made sure we've taken it to the last day. Hopefully there'll be a good crowd, and like I keep saying, do as much as we can to put ourselves in a position where we can win the game, and that's what we're looking forward to.
You touched upon it there in terms of the distances your players run and the amount of energy that they managed to put in on Tuesday night. You have to be mindful heading into the weekend about the freshness and potential fatigue and how to get the best out of them in that respect.
Well, we've got to manage them between the games, so we got back very late on Wednesday morning. The players had the Wednesday off. Today we've had a recovery day, and tomorrow won't be much more than a recovery day in the sense of tactically we'll have to do the stuff, but it won't be physical in any way. So we have to make sure we keep them fresh. I would like to think the momentum and the importance of the game, in the sense that all that fatigue things are mental. It can be a play a part. We just have to get away from all that and just give it everything. And it'll take 14 players on Saturday. It won't take 11. The subs are so important at this part of the season. You seen that, the other night. So it'll be 14 players that have to leave everything out there.
Have you got any chance of having either Matty Godden or Louis Reed back for the weekend?
Reed, Cooper and Godden will all be fit. They're all back.
Oh, that's great with Cooper then.
Yeah, he was touch and go. But he just couldn't put all his weight on his ankle, so he's trained today, Reed's trained today. Godden we're expecting him to be fit, in the sense that he's got a little small problem with his calf. He had an illness, Matty, that's why he missed the game, but he's gone out today and came straight back in with a slight problem with his calf, but I'm pretty hopeful he'll be fit. So to have those three back makes us stronger as a squad.
Yeah, and with George Cooper, he played so well in the Sunderland game, so it was not great to lose him against Walsall, but Lee Tomlin really stepped up on Tuesday night, and it's great to have both of those players potentially in that key position if you keep with the same shape in good form.
Yeah, it's important that we have players in form, and we have. The things that came out of Tuesday, such a critical time of the season, especially if we do manage to get in the playoffs. Ivan Toney back scoring, and Lee Tomlin, that was his best game for us, no question. That was Lee Tomlin, I know. And he's been a little bit unfortunate when he first came in, his fitness levels and things like that, as everyone's aware, but on Tuesday he was excellent. Really, really good performance. I was pleased for Lee, actually. Very pleased for him.
And with Ryan Tafazoli, is it still similar kind of case for him that he's got to keep nursing his knee?
Yeah, Taff was excellent on Tuesday, and the games he's played has been very, very good. Headed the ball at the box, been composed, solid. And I would seriously doubt whether he's going to have any problem for playing on Saturday. The adrenaline and everything. His knees is okay. And again, we'll just have to manage him now till Saturday. But on Tuesday, you've seen the sort of performance he gave, and the injury hasn't got any worse.
Always really nice to see a player properly step up to the plate as well. Josh Knight asked to do a slightly different role, which he seemed to really relish. Yeah,
Josh is one that we knew could play in the middle of the park and centre half and right back. Unfortunately, he got injured, and when he did come back into the team, it had to be at centre half because of other injuries. So no one's seen him in midfield, but we knew he played an under-23 game for us when he was on his way back from injury in midfield, and it was something that was very much on my mind. I felt Tuesday was the right time to do it. He gets about the pitch, he's quick, he's strong, he was excellent on Tuesday. Very, very good performance. I was delighted for him.